and welcome. I'm Antonina Antosh and you're watching Head to Head with UATV. An initiative called Urban Space 500 is to launch in Kiev this year. The founders say it is a social restaurant that is supposed to become a successful example of uniting a community around a common issue. What issues will it be, and how the whole initiative model will functionate, and what will be the benefits for Kyiv city? To discuss this, we're joined in the studio today by Sviatoslav Popov, Urban Space 500 member of management team. Hello, Sviatoslav, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you too.
Okay, so tell me, what is the idea behind such a, well, I would say know-how project?
Yes, it's quite know-how. It unites three main goals. It's the uniting of people. So we have 500 people that will unite in actually a quite good community and quite focused community, and each of them will give for $1,000 without any back to found the restaurant, the social restaurant, Urban Space 500 in Kyiv.
Are those people who are going to donate this $1,000 without any paying back, are they from Ukraine? Or are they from around the world?
It's allowed to be a member of that community from different countries, actually, and we have for now several members that are from New York, from Dublin, from different
Okay, where
actually
do you
from
find your
different places.
investors? Where do you find your investors? Online, Facebook?
Yes, online, Facebook, mail, and maybe personal commitment with different people. It could be their friends.
But do you actually search for them, or do you just create a group and expect people to join it and donate?
There were a time in July of 2017 when we are actively searching people. But for now, we have such a speed membership applications. We received a lot of applications, different. So for now, we're just trying to take them all, for example, and
you basically have people standing in line, right?
Yeah, I guess yes. Because also there is one good moment, because community is deciding which member will be or not. It's not those.
Is it a voting process?
Yes, it's a voting process for 24 hours. They should give per each application at least 5 likes and not more than 5 argumentative no in comments. Okay,
so first the person needs to apply to turn in an application. I'm assuming that's an online application.
Yeah.
Then you put the case of a person for consideration in front of a board, right? And then people actually vote during the 24 hours. And
all the people they could vote. It's not about the actual some board. All the people.
So everybody who's in the group gets to vote, and if the person is approved, then he or she is able to donate the money for such a good cause.
Yes,
right?
and become a member of the non-governmental organization. It's like the basement in which community is formed.
So, what kind of people are those who show their desire to invest in your project? Maybe they're united by a profession or by a passion for some kind of hobby. What is this one thing that they have in common that they agree to unite around such a project?
You know, Urban Space 500 could be some kind of a social test. It could be a test for the society, for the constructive communication, because it's a lot of people. Actually, 500 people will communicate 4 times per year to vote for different initiatives that they will support by the 80% of profit of the restaurant. So it's like also the direct democratic process. That's why people there are united with the same values, I guess. It's not about the profession, it's not about the actually some one thing. It's about the will to do that, to possibility to give $1,000 and a will to not only donate your money for that, but also your intellectual possibilities.
Participate in something
Yes.
bigger. Well,
Yes.
Urban Space 500 is obviously not the first restaurant of this kind operating on Ukraine's territory. As far as I know, the first one is Urban Space 100, and it was opened in Ivano-Frankivsk, and it successfully operates right now. Were there Urban Space 200, 300, and 400 in between?
Mm-hmm. So, yes, you're right. We have a social franchise. It's also our innovation, because the experience will be circulated between two organizations, two NGOs and business company. As obvious, we are thinking about the franchise between business and business, but not about the non-governmental organizations. And yes, Urban Space 100 is a successful story of Ivano-Frankivsk. They in Teple Misto, it's a platform Teple Misto, they founded that idea, and it's some kind of, as you said, know-how of social entrepreneurship, because we haven't heard about such an idea in the world, actually with the same compilation of the components of social entrepreneurship.
Okay, so if the Urban Space 100 is in Ivano-Frankivsk, where are the Urban Space 200, 300, and 400 situated?
There's no any other numbers, because
so
it's
there's
like
100
for now it's like a test of that social franchise. So it's the first story of replicating that idea, and after that, if it also will be successful, it could be a try to do that in other city.
Okay.
Even in the foreign countries.
So you're looking bright ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say is the main difference between a business project like opening a regular restaurant and your project, Urban Space 500? What is the main difference in between those two projects?
Firstly, it's because 80% of the profit of the restaurant will be given by to support the initiatives and projects for the development of the city in which Urban Space actually existed. So
if we're talking about Urban Space 500, that's going to be the capital of Ukraine, Kiev, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it'd be actually in the center of Kiev, so it could be a well logistic formulated for the different people. It could be, it will be also inclusive for the different social groups, and it will be with a democratic money paying for the meals, for example. So the main difference between social restaurant, social entrepreneurship, and actual business, just business, is that social restaurant, Urban Space 500 and Urban Space 100, they create a social impact, a huge social impact, because Urban Space 100 is already successfully working in Ivano-Frankivsk, and for 3 years and 2 months, I guess it's somehow 65 projects were supported by the Urban Space 100. So it's one.
That's a huge number for 3 years.
Actually, and it's like one entrepreneurship that could give such a huge social impact.
Are you expecting Urban Space 500 to have even bigger impact, since it's going to be situated in Kiev, and the project already basically had a successful start, and now you're just continuing? So do you expect the outcome to be more bright, more successful?
Yes, we are expecting such situation, because Kyiv is a megapolis, and it's like have different options from the Ivano-Frankivsk. In a megapolis, there are a lot of people that are going to that city and trying to live here and to do that city more better and better. That's why I think, and probably it will be, that a lot of projects by different initiative people will be supported by Urban Space 500.
Okay, apart from getting an 80% of profit of the restaurant, and apart from being able to support different kind of initiatives, what other benefits will Kyiv have and gain from Urban Space 500?
it's one of the biggest united community in Ukraine around one idea. Actually, it's somehow bigger than Verkhovna Rada. You know?
That's a good comparison.
Yes, and people that will unite in that, they will create a positive example that people from different sizes, from different ages, from different occupations that could join, and another different options. In actual restaurant, in the physical space, it's like the physical space have three important things. Firstly, is the event platform that will be totally free for any kind of presentation, lecture, and any kind of intellectual contact, even concerts and so on. And we have only the filter that there shouldn't be like the advertising in the direct way. There shouldn't be a politics. There shouldn't be religion.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And actually, there shouldn't be any kind of discrimination. Any
Great.
kind. So any event of that will be totally free from that component. The second interesting component of that physical space is like the urban space radio studio. So it's actually radio studio that will be existed in that restaurant.
But what are you going to broadcast?
That studio will broadcast about the modern development of the cities, not only in Ukraine, but with the supporting of the locals, of course, and with the supporting of the Ukrainian music.
And what is the third thing?
And the third thing is actually craft shop with the supporting of Ukrainian brands. Different brands that give good quality product. They could be able to sell their products in the restaurant, and that another point of capitalization in that restaurant actually.
All of that sounds beautiful, optimistic, and promising.
Yep.
And of course, there should be some criticism or negativity. What if the project fails? Do you have plan B?
In that project, we have very clear divided responsibilities between institutions that managing that process. So, for the business component, we have a direct responsibility of the business company, because we are from NGO and we like make general management of that project, but the business company will be operate the business process, and it's like also about the different plans that could be formulated by that business company. Another thing that is because community is about the trust and about the whole idea. They are all connected around the idea. That's why it's like very hard to imagine what could happen that with that community couldn't like manage something to do. That's why it's like, yes, we have risks, but we have like the potential and flexibility and that kind of power to manage all the risks.
That is so great. Well, thank you so much for coming here and telling us all about your beautiful project, and we wish you all the luck and all the success, and we're all anxiously waiting for the opening of the Urban Space 500 restaurant. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
That was Sviatoslav Popov, a member of the management team of Urban Space 500. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.